Great morning, smart crypto investors. This is the Smart Crypto Investing Podcast. Today is January the 29th, 2018. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast and make sure to leave an honest rating and review. And we also do have a Facebook group at Smart Crypto Investing. Again, that's Smart Crypto Investing. So we didn't have a show last week. I was sort of out for routine maintenance, if you want to say that, and just had to take some time to reset. But we are back, and let's go ahead and jump right into today's episode. So I don't have anything solid or concrete for today's episode, but one of the things that I've been noticing and that's been coming up in the cryptocurrency space is this whole thing around regulation. We know that China is looking to ban the trading of cryptocurrency. So I'm of the opinion that whenever we see people, well, let's just use cryptocurrency, the space as a foundation or as a base model. What's happening is that they're trying to weed out. They're trying to weed out all the people doing illegal shit with the cryptocurrency, but two, they're trying to weed out all the people who are not considered investors. And what I mean is that anybody and the mama, the father, the son, daughter, whatever, anybody can get onto any exchange and buy cryptocurrency. So I'm of the opinion is that one of the reasons for regulations is to really only incorporate people who are really serious about investing in cryptocurrency, right? This is how, we have some of these apps on our phone, like Robinhood, and what's one of these, a couple of the other ones, Stash is another one. Acorns, like all these apps, they have rules and guidelines, and you got to upload certain identification stuff and whatnot. So, and speaking of which, Robinhood is actually allowing people to trade cryptocurrency. You can actually buy cryptocurrency through the Robinhood app. I just found this out the other day, and I'm on a waiting list. There's almost 1 million people on the waiting list. So make sure you go download the app and get on the waiting list. And I think they're probably going to release to a certain number of people, or depending on where you fall on the waiting list. And what's crazy is when I signed up, I was around 150,000 mark. And then I got an email saying, congratulations, you're signed up. So when I went back into the app, I thought that I was approved, but I wasn't. I was still pending. The list had jumped from 150,000 to almost 800,000 in like a matter of 2 days. Because word got out that, hey, Robinhood is going to allow trading, cryptocurrency trading on their platform. So, yes, people are getting scared that cryptocurrency is having all these regulations, but we got to look at the facts, right? Sometimes media and all these news sites, they like to drive fear, right? And that's how they control the markets, through fear. People become fearful. They start selling off all their cryptocurrency. And then some of these big guys, they come in and they just buy up all this shit because people are fearful that because they're selling off their cryptocurrency. Right now, Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin is down right now. I'm just pretty sure there's people that are selling off their Bitcoin because they think, hey, Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin is finally dead. But you got to look at the facts, right? You got to look at some of the other stuff that's going on. Like, why would Robinhood app add into their platform the trading of cryptocurrency if everything that was being said on the news in the cryptocurrency space is true and accurate? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. And it kind of pisses me off that's happening, but we can't control that, right? It's media, the big guys, gals. All we can do is make sure that we stay educated, that we use common sense, that we not let fear and our emotions drive our cryptocurrency trading philosophy. One of mine, which is, again, is I don't do it off emotions. I make sure that my portfolio is balanced. I make sure that all the coins in my portfolio I know about, like I've researched the company, I've looked at their product, I looked at the issue that they're trying to resolve, and I make my decisions based off that. Of course, I look at like market cap, and of course the price of the coin. All that stuff comes into play. The other piece is making sure that staying consistent. All right, well, I'm going to invest 30% of my investable income into cryptocurrency, and then have a certain percentage going into Bitcoin, and then have a certain percentage going into the other altcoins. Right? It's really not rocket science. If I can do it, trust me, anybody can. Like it's not even a math thing, but math was my worst subject in school growing up. From when I was started in first grade all the way up to college, math was always the class that gave me the most challenge. Right. So this is beyond that. This is just more so of a philosophical approach to making sure that, one, if we do lose in the cryptocurrency space, if, that's a big if, capitalized if in quotations, if we do lose in the cryptocurrency space, we've only lost 30% of our investable income. The other 70 we have in regular stocks, bonds, real estate investments, or wherever you have, wherever your other investments are. So I hope today's episode, again, short, which is usually how my episodes are anyway, but I hope it was really beneficial and just kind of shed some insight on what's really going on in the cryptocurrency space. So again, I thank you so much for tuning in. The podcast is growing by leaps and bounds, 3,500 downloads and counting. I'm so excited. And people have been reaching out to me, and the group starting to grow. This group is still, I want to say inactive, but not like activity in the group, but I do plan on over the next several months getting the activity within the group built up so that way people can not only hear what's going on smart crypto investing, but also they can go into the group and commune and talk with other crypto investors. So be sure to subscribe to the podcast, leave me an honest rating and review, and until next episode, bye for now.